Hey there, history detectives, get ready for an adventure. We're diving into the past a long time ago. Our destination? The legendary Library of Alexandria. Imagine a massive building crammed with scrolls. Not just any scrolls. These held the secrets of the ancient world. Math, science, poetry, history, you name it. The Library of Alexandria had it. This wasn't just a library, it was a time machine of knowledge. The library was enormous for its time. People traveled from all corners of the world just to get a glimpse of its wonders. Can you imagine trying to read every single scroll in the Library of Alexandria? It would take more than a lifetime. It was a place where brilliant minds gathered to debate, discover, and learn. Sadly, this treasure trove of knowledge is lost to us today. The big question is, what happened to it? Did it vanish into thin air? Not quite, but the mystery surrounding its disappearance is a puzzle that has baffled historians for centuries. Let's grab our magnifying glasses and detective hats as we journey to uncover the truth about the lost Library of Alexandria. Our story begins in the bustling city of Alexandria, Egypt. It was around 300 BC, and the city was like the New York City of its time, a melting pot of cultures and a center of learning. The great king, Ptolemy I, had a vision to create a library unlike any other. He wanted a place where all the world's knowledge could be collected and shared. And so, the Library of Alexandria was born. Scholars and scribes worked tirelessly, translating texts from every language imaginable. Ships arriving in the harbor weren't just checked for cargo, they were searched for scrolls and books. The library was a symbol of wealth and knowledge. The library wasn't just about hoarding knowledge, it was a place of learning and discovery. Scholars from all over the ancient world flocked to Alexandria. They studied, debated, and made groundbreaking discoveries within the library's walls. It was a melting pot of ideas, a beacon of enlightenment in the ancient world. The Library of Alexandria thrived for centuries, a beacon of knowledge. But then, something went wrong. The once great library began to decline. The flow of new scrolls slowed to a trickle. The vibrant discussions faded. What happened? This is where our mystery kicks in. The Library of Alexandria didn't just disappear overnight, it happened gradually over many years, and that makes it even harder to pinpoint exactly what happened. It's like a 2,000-year-old cold case. Did disaster strike? Did invaders burn it down? Or was it a slower, sadder decline? To solve this ancient mystery, we need to investigate the suspects, or in this case, the theories. Get your detective hats ready. We're about to explore some of the most popular theories about the library's demise. Section 4. The Firestorm. One of the most popular theories involves a famous Roman general, Julius Caesar. Legend has it that in 48 BC, Caesar found himself in a bit of a bind in Alexandria. His enemies were closing in and he needed to create a diversion. What did he do? Well, he ordered his troops to set fire to the enemy ships in the harbor. Now accidents happen, right? And this fire was a big one. It raged out of control, spreading from the harbor to the city. Some historians believe the flames reached the library, turning precious scrolls into ashes. It's a dramatic story, fitting for a Hollywood movie. But is it true? While it's true that Caesar's fire was a major event, there's no concrete proof that it reached the library. Some scholars argue that the library was located far enough from the harbor to escape the fire. So, while Caesar's fire makes for an exciting story, it might not be the smoking gun we're looking for. Fires weren't the only threat to ancient libraries. Imagine thousands of scrolls written on papyrus. Papyrus is fragile, it can rot, get eaten by insects, or simply crumble with time. Could the Library of Alexandria have simply succumbed to the ravages of time and neglect? It's a sad thought, but entirely possible. As the Roman Empire grew, interest in Alexandria, and perhaps its great library, waned. Funding for the library dried up, and without proper care and preservation, the collection could have slowly decayed. Imagine a slow decline, fewer scholars, fewer new scrolls, and the once bustling halls falling silent. It's a less dramatic end than a raging inferno, but sadly, just as likely. We may never know for sure if neglect played a part in the library's demise, but it's a sobering reminder of how even the greatest treasures can fade without proper care. So, what really happened to the Library of Alexandria? Was it a catastrophic fire, a slow decline, or a combination of factors? The truth is, we may never know for sure. The lack of conclusive evidence has kept historians guessing for centuries. The mystery of the Library of Alexandria reminds us that history is full of unanswered questions. It's like a giant jigsaw puzzle with some pieces missing. But that's what makes it so fascinating. We're left to piece together the clues, weigh the evidence, and draw our own conclusions. What do you think happened to this legendary library? Was it a sudden, dramatic event, or a gradual decline? The answer might be lost to history, but the search for the truth continues. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and who knows? Maybe one day you'll uncover the final clue to this ancient mystery.